Good morning and welcome to the regularly scheduled agenda of the meeting of the Board of Public Works. Today is Friday, October 5th, 2018.
Commissioner Garcia, Vice President Repenning, Commissioner Davis, Commissioner Jacinto are present. Vice President Repenning, we do have a quorum. May we start with Bureau introductions, please, starting with Bureau of Street Services.
Good morning, Hector Banuelos, Bureau of Street Services.
Michael Simpson, LA Sanitation.
Good morning, Eddie Chavez, Bureau of Street Lighting.
Good morning, Maria Martin, Bureau of Engineering.
Good morning, Kimberly Fitzpatrick, Bureau of Contract Administration.
Good morning, Ted Jordan, Public Works General Counsel.
Fernando Campos, Executive Officer. Vice President Repenning, we do not have any speaker cards under general public comment. We also do not have any commentary under the Neighborhood Council comment section. We do not have any speaker cards on any of the items for today's agenda.
Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and close public comment. I'm going to close Neighborhood Council commentary. Is there a second to my motion to approve the minutes from our meeting of Wednesday, September 5th, 2018? Seconded by Commissioner Garcia. Those meetings will be approved. Moving to our agenda, I'm going to start with agenda item number 4 today. This is an AFE with the South Coast Air Quality Management District. The Bureau of Sanitation and Office of Accounting requesting board approval and execution of an authority for expenditure in the amount of $35,000 for annual operating and emissions permits fees to the South Coast Air Quality Management District for composting operations at multiple locations. John Hamilton. Morning.
Good morning. So this is for compost equipment fees at the Griffith Park compost facility and the Lopez Canyon compost facilities, and this is for also for emission fees from those sites.
So these are the sites where we're handling green waste, and there are a certain amount of emissions due to decomposition. So we have to pay fees to the Air Quality Management District.
That's correct.
Are these the same as last year?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and make a motion on agenda item number 4, seconded by Commissioner Davis. The item will be adopted. Any objection to sending it forthwith? Hearing none, we'll go ahead and send that forthwith. Agenda item number, I'm going to skip. Mary, are you ready? Agenda item number 5? All right, come on down. Mary Nemec from the Bureau of Engineering. This is an AFE, Los Angeles Tourism and Convention Board, Bureau of Engineering and Office of Accounting requesting board approval and execution of an authority for expenditure in the amount of $25,000 for agency sponsorship of the 2018 Los Angeles National League of Cities Summit. National League of Cities City Summit. Good morning.
You just covered it. Good morning. My name's Mary Nemec. I'm the Director of Communications with the Bureau of Engineering. That report before you is a request for an expenditure of $25,000 for sponsorship, as Heather just said, Commissioner Repenning. It's for the National League of Cities Summit, which is being held this year in Los Angeles, November 7th through 10th. The Bureau of Engineering was approached to be a host of a mobile workshop, which means that we'll be taking busloads of city officials from all over the country to tour the 6th Street Viaduct, the Arts District, and the LA River to talk about LA River revitalization. As a sponsor, we'll also receive some complimentary admissions. We'll be part of the branding materials, the program, all of that, and an exhibit booth. So it's great for Public Works. It's great for us to be able to showcase the largest bridge project in the history of certainly Los Angeles. So we will be a featured department, and we think it's a great opportunity to showcase the city and the work that we do here at Public Works. So I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have.
Commissioner Jacinto.
Thank you, Vice President Repenning. Mary, this is great. This is going to put us on the map, literally.
Yes.
This is a national gathering or international?
National, I believe.
National gathering. Do you know how many people will come to this?
My understanding is it's often 600-700 people. It'll take place at the convention center.
Municipal level throughout the country?
Yes, I think it's elected officials, city managers, Public Works, but not specifically Public Works, but city officials.
Correct.
Yeah.
And we'll be able to tour them around to the viaduct and the LA River, as you said, and other iconic projects, and share with them, our best practices, projects demonstrating excellence.
Yes.
Okay, and then we're going to advertise that and share that with the Los Angeles public.
Yes,
in terms of
absolutely.
This is happening. We're sharing what's
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah,
Excellent.
I mean, we're looking at it through the perspective of, if you're coming from another state, another city, what would you want to see? And we know people are so interested in the viaduct project because of its iconic design and the scale, but also know that people are very interested about the LA River revitalization, and we want to tie all that together by showing the work that we've all done in the Arts District to support this, booming community. So we think it'll be really interesting.
Very good. It'd be great if our board also can be involved in some way, shape, or form.
Absolutely.
So let us know, and we're happy to come out.
Sure.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thanks, Commissioner Davis.
I wanted to ask, and this is great that they're coming and that we're able to showcase our key projects and share that with municipalities throughout the country. In terms of the organization in and of itself for this convention, do they have awards for work that departments, bureaus have done in this conference? And if so, my second question obviously is, have we submitted any of the projects in which we're engaged to be considered for evaluation?
I will have to look into that, and I'm happy to get back to all of you. I'm not sure. I would assume most conferences do have an awards section. I looked yesterday when I was preparing to come here today to see if they had a finalized agenda, and they don't. But what I did see is that we're certainly not the only mobile workshop that's happening. There are other departments and organizations throughout the city that are going to be hosting these workshops and taking people out to see other projects and other neighborhoods and things that are happening in the city. But I can find out if there is an award piece to this, because we would certainly want to be able to submit projects.
Because in addition to us demonstrating through sight on field visits what we do, I think it's important for us to make sure that we get recognized for the extraordinary work that we have already done through our peers in the group. So good. I thank you so much for letting us know about the conference, and we are excited about our participation, and we just want to make sure that we get our full involvement from the conference.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks, Commissioner Davis. Mary, I'm also happy to see engineering supporting this. I think it's going to be a really good thing for our city, and we're super happy to have you showcase your work at 6th Street, at the river, so go forth and conquer. Is there a motion from Commissioner Jacinto, seconded by Commissioner Davis? The item will be adopted. Any objections to sending it forthwith? Hearing none, we'll send that forthwith. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. Agenda item number 6 is a subcontractor substitution, Select Electric Incorporated, recommending that the board concur with the action of Commissioner Davis approving the request of Select Electric Incorporated for the subcontractor substitution of the GNC Equipment Corporation with Supreme Wholesale Electric Incorporated for electrical material supply on the Riverside Drive Lighting Improvement Unit 1 CIP STP Street Lighting Project. George Espindola.
Yes, good morning. Thank you.
Good morning.
George Espindola with the Bureau of Contract Administration. The Bureau received a request on September 10th, 2018 from Select Electric Incorporated to substitute their approved listed subcontractor GNC Equipment Corporation, a DBE contractor, for electrical material suppliers with Supreme Whole Electric, another DBE contractor. The request was accompanied by a letter from GNC Equipment Corporation withdrawing from their portion of the work. GNC lost their DBE status. The listed amount for GNE Equipment Corporation is $290,895. Supreme Whole Electrics will perform the work for the same amount. Therefore, this substitution is at no cost to the city. The Bureau concurs with the recommendation of Commissioner Davis to approve the substitution.
They're both DBEs.
Yes, actually, GNC Equipment Corporation lost their DBE status.
Okay. The one that was listed on there originally lost their DBE status.
That's correct.
So we're replacing it with one that is certified DBE.
That's correct, Commissioner.
All right, got it. Commissioner Davis?
So moved.
Okay, Commissioner Jacinto?
Just a clarifying question. How did we get Supreme Wholesale? They were on the list?
Yes, actually, there was a good faith effort administered by Select Electric under the supervision of the Bureau of Contract Administration, Office of Contract Compliance. So they did do a good faith test. Yes.
Okay, thank you, George.
Thank you. A motion by Commissioner Davis has been made, seconded by Commissioners Garcia and Jacinto. That item will be adopted. Any objections of sending it forthwith? Hearing none, we'll approve that and send it forthwith. Going back to
Thank you.
agenda item, thanks, George. Number 1, this is in CD 11, Bureau of Engineering. Budget increase and revised construction orders, emergency sewer repairs on 85th Place, 6100 West Block project. Recommending the board, number 1, authorize a revised construction budget of a not-to-exceed amount of $625,000 for this project, and 2, authorize the city engineer to issue revised construction orders to Colich and Sons Incorporated to complete the projects. Richard Louie, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. My name is Richard Louie with the Bureau of Engineering Emergency Sewer Repair Program. Today, again, as Commissioner Repenning said, we are requesting authorization for a revised budget of not to exceed $625,000 for this project, and the authority to issue revised construction orders for the 85th Place project to Coolidge and Sons. On April 17, 2018, the Emergency Sewer Repair Group, ESR for short, was requested to repair 2 damaged 8-inch diameter sewer main reaches located in the 6100 block of 85th Place in Westchester area. The established ESR procedures followed, and the next available on-call contractor, Coolidge, at the top of the ESR list, was mobilized to make the necessary repairs. On April 17, 2018, the construction order was issued to put plates over areas of street settlement that were being caused by sinkholes that were over the sewer. And the contractor then proceeded to try to videotape or CCTV the sewer so that the engineer could assess those damages. However, the CCTV could not be completed because of the broken and missing pipe inside the sewer. Therefore, based on these damages of the sewer, it was determined that both reaches need to be removed and replaced. The project engineer requested a cost proposal from Coolidge, and the contractor submitted a proposal of $525,000. At the time, the engineer did the engineer's estimate, and it was deemed that this cost proposal was too high. Due to the urgent nature of the work then, the Coolidge was directed to remove and replace these reaches on a time and materials basis. The work progressed slowly because the sewer is very deep. It's a little over 21 feet deep. And because of the high volume of traffic and because of the difficult soil conditions. Additionally, during construction, approximately 30-foot length of the road from curb to curb collapsed due to the sandy, silty conditions of the sewer, which required additional work in order to restore the street back to its original conditions. The project was expected to exceed $500,000, which is the city engineer's limit for issuing construction work under the ESR contract. In order to not stop the work and further impact the community, on August 6, 2018, Commissioner Jacinto was briefed and contacted and authorized an emergency request for a revised budget of a not-to-exceed amount of $625,000. As of the end of August, the construction work is now complete. Therefore, we are coming now formally with a board report to request the approval of the revised construction budget of $625,000 and the authority to issue the revised construction orders. Are there any questions?
Thank you, Richard. So we were out there already doing some repair work, and we identified 2 additional areas that needed to be repaired based on CCTV footage.
To clarify, we received the request from LA San to do the repairs, and once those requests were sent to us, we then mobilized the contractor to do the video, and based on the video, we determined both reaches need to be replaced.
So in terms of the amount of money that we're spending, we initially authorized $175,000
Yes.
to Coolidge. When you saw the additional work that needed to happen, they came back with $525K.
That's right.
And they said it's too expensive.
That's right.
So they said, well, we need you to keep you out there working.
So the proposal, the initial $175,000 was to stabilize the emergency. There were some settlement of the street which was being caused by sinkholes, holes in the sewer pipe that was letting material go into the sewer, causing voids, and then the settlement of the pavement. So to protect the public, we went out there immediately and placed steel plates over these areas to make sure that safety was maintained. So that's why the initial $175,000 limit was set. That also covered the cost to videotape the sewer. Once the videotape was done and the scope of work was determined, we need to replace these reaches entirely. We asked for a lump sum proposal from the contractor of $525,000. At the time, it was deemed that that was too high for the work, but because of the urgent nature of the work, we said proceed then with T&M. However, because of the depth of the sewer and the collapse of a portion of the street, the work actually did exceed $500,000, which is the city engineer's limit, and we asked for a revised budget of approval of $625,000 on an emergency basis, and this board report is formalizing that request.
So we are getting some savings over what they originally requested? Or not, at the end of the day, not really?
The final dollar amount is not yet known. Because of the nature of time and materials basis, they have to submit to us their paperwork with how much time they spent on it as they go. We've been receiving those payment requests, but have not received the final amount. So this would request approval for not to exceed amount of $625,000. I do not know what the final dollar amount of the project is yet because the payment requests are still coming in.
Okay. Any other questions? All right, motion by Commissioner Jacinto. I'll go ahead and second. Thank you, Mr. Louie. Continue your work out there and hopefully try to keep it, within reason.
Yes.
On the budget. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
The item will be adopted. Any objections to sending it forthwith? Hearing none, we'll send that forthwith. Agenda item number 2. CD 11, claim for refund. Playa Vista Sewer Facilities Acreage Charge. Sewer Facilities Charge, Phase 2, recommending the board. Number 1, approve a claim for refund in the amount of $382,207 for the claimant, Playa Capital LLC, 12045 Waterfront Drive, Suite 400, Playa Vista, California, 90094. 2, forward the recommendation to the City Council for approval. And 3, transmit a copy of the adopted board report to Playa, 12045 Waterfront Drive, Suite 400, Playa Vista, California, 90094. Attention, Cliff Ritz. Kevin Azarmahan.
Good morning. My name is Kevin Azarmahan. I'm from Bureau of Engineering, West LA District Office. I'm here to present the Playa Vista Sewer Facilities Acreage Charge Claim for refund for Phase 2. From 1999 to 2007, Playa Capital Company paid several sewer facility charge acreage fees in order to proceed with the recordation of the corresponding tract maps. However, as different entities developed the tracts in Phase 2, from 2003 to 2014, the acreage fees were not used as credit, and instead the developers paid the sewer facility charges in full for each sections. Playa Capital Company has thus requested a refund for initial tract deposit. The refunds were paid in 2 separate phases. In 2001, the board approved a claim for refund for Phase 1, totaling to an amount of $553,180. In May 2018, Playa Capital Company submitted a request to our office for claim for refund for Phase 2. Based on our office records, sewer facility charges acreage fees for 2 tracts in Phase 2 was totaling $382,207. They paid in 3 checks, which have not been refunded as part of Phase 1. See transmittal number 2. Between 2002 and 2014, developers paid an additional $376,892 in sewer facility charges in 9 different sewer facility SFCs. Please see transmittal number 3. We would like to request that the board approve the claim for refund for Phase 2 of $382,207.
Thank you. So are we all done after this with them?
Yes.
Okay, this will end this, this item with Playa.
Yes.
Okay. Any questions? Commissioner Cinto?
Thank you. Sir, on the money that we kept, the checks, the payments that we made, and these are years past, they're not asking for any other additional payments or interest. They're just asking for the refund of the
Yes.
payments that they made.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for that clarification.
Motion's been made by Commissioner Davis, seconded by Commissioner Jacinto. Thank you, sir. We'll go ahead and adopt your report, and we're going to refer that to council. Any objections to referring it forthwith? Hearing none, we'll do so. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Have a great day. Agenda item number 3. This is with the Bureau of Street Services in CD 13. Tree removal, 510 South Vermont Avenue, recommending the board. Number 1, certify the board has reviewed and considered the information in the final environmental impact report, State Clearinghouse SCH number 2017051013 for the project at 510 South Vermont Avenue, and find the information contained therein appropriately addresses the requested tree removals. 2, find that this project will not have a significant environmental effect under the above described final EIR. State Clearinghouse is the imposition of the mitigation measures described in the FEIR SCH and incorporated herein as project conditions. There is no substantial evidence the proposed project will have a significant effect on the environment pursuant to the city's environmental guidelines and is in compliance with the California Environmental Quality Act, CEQA. Find the project's conflict with any local policies or ordinances protecting the biological resources, such as tree preservation policies or ordinances, is less than significant with the incorporation of mitigation measures in Biological Resources Site 1 as contained in the FEIR SCH. 4, specify that the Bureau of Street Services, Urban Forestry Division, located at 1149 South Broadway, is custodian of the documents or other material that constitute the record of proceedings upon which the board's decision is based. And 5, approve the request for a fee tree removal permit to remove 4 Indian laurel fig trees and 3 carrotwood trees. Tree replacements are required. From Street Services, Hector Banuelos.
Yes, good morning, Vice President Repenning, Commissioners, Bureau Representatives, City Attorney, and Dr. Campos. Hector Banuelos with the Urban Forestry Division of the Bureau of Street Services. The Trammell Crow is proposing the redevelopment of a county-owned property located at 510 South Vermont Avenue between 4th Street and 6th Street. Proposed development involves removal of the existing office building, surface parking lots, and parking structure to allow for construction of a new LA County Department of Mental Health office building containing 471,000 square feet of office use, approximately 390,000 square feet of a parking structure containing 965 parking spaces, and 10,000 square feet of ground floor retail. A Bureau arborist inspected the location and posted the trees on May 9th. The inspection reveals 4 Indian laurel fig trees growing in front of the site on Vermont Avenue and 3 carrotwood trees growing at the rear of the site on South Chateau Place. There are 4 Indian laurel fig trees in front on Vermont, measuring approximately 36 inches in diameter by approximately 40 to 50 feet in height, growing in 4 feet tree wells. The roots from the trees have contributed to significant defective conditions of the public sidewalk, curb, and gutter. Additionally, 1 tree is located within a footprint of a proposed driveway. The 3 carrotwood trees on Chateau Place measure approximately 8 to 12 inches in diameter by 20 feet in height, are growing in 17 feet parkways. These trees will be severely impacted by driveway. 1 tree will be impacted by driveway, and the remaining trees will be affected by the installation of the material staging area needed to safely receive, store, and hoist the building materials needed for construction. The County of Los Angeles, the lead agency, prepared a final environmental impact report for the project, finding the project will have less than significant environmental effect with the incorporation of the mitigation measures identified within the report. The Bureau reviewed the project final environmental impact report and determined the report properly addresses the tree removals proposed for the project and is compliance with the California Environmental Quality Act. The 13th Council District Community Advisory Committee The Department of Neighborhood Empowerment were informed of the tree removal permit request on September 20th of 2018. If the tree removal permit is approved, the applicant shall plant 6 24-inch box size cork oak on South Vermont Avenue and plant 3 48-inch box size African fern pine trees on South Chateau Place. Additionally, the applicant shall plant 4 24-inch box size Brisbane box trees at 2975 West Wilshire Boulevard on South Virgil Street side and plant 1 24-inch box size crepe myrtle tree at 3005 West 6th Street. All replacement trees shall be watered for a minimum of 3-year period by the applicant. Any questions?
Thank you, Hector. So they are taking out a total of 7, and they are planting back on site a total of 14, correct?
On site, they're planting 9 and 5 trees off site.
Okay, so we're getting the full 14 back in the ground?
Yes, that's correct.
This is a county project, correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so they're redeveloping properties that they own for a county office building?
Yes.
Okay, any questions? I'll go ahead and make a motion on agenda item number 3. Seconded by Commissioner Jacinto and Davis. That item will be adopted, subject to conditions, and any objections to sending it forthwith? Hearing none, we'll send that forthwith. Thank you, Hector.
Thank you.
We do have an adjourning motion today. Dr. Campos, have I cleared the desk other than that?
Yes, you have.
Okay, this one is a very close-to-home loss today. This is for Art Sanchez, who was the superintendent of Solid Resources, South Collection Division, North Central District. We lost him on Saturday, September 15th, 2018. Art, of course, was beloved in sanitation, part of our solids team, one of the leaders there who has been, who had been just with that family for years and years. And I know his loss is being felt by our folks really greatly. He was born and raised in Los Angeles. He began his career with the city of Los Angeles in 1986. He served the entire 32 years with LA Sanitation. He rose through the ranks as the superintendent and could always be counted on to mentor any colleagues. He devoted much of his time to district yard functions, holiday parties, special programs, and many other tasks serving the citizens of Los Angeles as well as his fellow city workers. Art was a diehard sports fan of the Raiders, USC football, and Dodgers. He passionately displayed his devotion to his teams by covering his office in team colors and memorabilia. He enjoyed camaraderie with all, was respected, kind-hearted, humorous, and always willing to lend a helping hand. Art was a man who was deeply rooted in family. He's survived by his wife, Mina, their children, Anthony, Arthur Jr., and Alyssa, and many grandchildren and great-grandchildren, siblings, and extended family. Our heartfelt condolences are with the entire Sanchez family for the loss of their patriarch. I believe he was actually involved in a motorcycle accident, and it's really sad. I think it would have been, I'm sure he was very close to retirement, so it's very sad that he was not able to enjoy the retirement that he definitely earned in his 32 years at the city. But it is in his memory that we adjourn today. Thank you.